Hi, me again. Today's episode I'm going to talk to you about another makeup technique that I use to cover up dark facial hair shadows and other dark patches and get your look like this. Stick around. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Stacy, and in today's video I'm going to show you another technique I use to get my look like this. So if you watched my first video, I talked about how I used color correction in that look to cover up the dark patches and facial hair shadow, and actually I used a tinted primer to act as the color corrector. So today I'm going to show you a primer and concealer combination that I've been using to get this look. So what I've got here is I've got two matching products, concealer and primer, and I'm not sure how you pronounce that, either Sace Lady or Sace Lady, but it doesn't really matter. They work really good in combination, where you use the primer like you normally would, and then you put the concealer on where you have all the dark patches. I'm also going to be introducing two new products to you today that I've been using, a new foundation and a new setting spray, so make sure you stay tuned right to the end to see all of that. So we'll show you how to do that in a minute, but first we'll start at the start. So just as last time, I've done all my face maintenance, shave, cleanse, moisturize. So the next thing I'm going to do is move straight to the primer. So like I said, this is the primer I'm going to use, and it's kind of thick. I put one pump on my finger. So I start out just by dabbing it on, and then just spread it out. And it does feel a little bit greasy, but it has its own moisturizers. So you'll notice the shine for a little bit. Just put it on everywhere you put for your primer. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. And after, I will move on to the concealer. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to move on to the concealer, and this is the one that I introduced in the beginning. So what we're going to do with this is I'm going to take one little pump, and I'm going to start right here and just spread it out. So just spread it out and blend it in, and just try to keep it even. With this stuff, you'll have a little bit of an excess, so it might be handy to have tissue. Try to mop up the extra. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to move on to the foundation layer, and I'm going to use this Moisture Cushion foundation. You can buy this pretty much anywhere online. You can get it on Joom. I was buying this at the Showcase store here where I live until they stopped getting it in, so I guess I'll be buying it online again. But what it comes with is it comes with this. And what you're supposed to do with this is you're supposed to get it wet, and then it swells to 3 times its normal size. And then you wring as much of the water out as you can before you start using it. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. And when I'm finished that, I'll come back and I will show you the difference. Alright, so I finished soaking the pad, and you can see how much it's swollen from the last time that I showed you, right before I started getting it wet. So then what I'll do is I'm going to take the foundation, and now I've had to take the top off of here, and you can see I've been using it a lot, and it's just about empty. But normally what you would do is you would have this on top of it, and you would press into these little holes there, and that would dispense the foundation. But if you press too hard, this is what happens. So be sure, if you buy this from anywhere, don't press down too hard. But in any case, it's still usable. So all I do is I just take the foundation and the pad, and I just scrunch it up like this, and I take a little tiny dab like this, and I'll just start to dab it across here and start blending it in. And then just make sure it's spread out evenly and that it's blended in and it looks evenly covered. And that's for that. Alright, so I'm going to move on to powder, and just like in my first video, I'm going to use the Marcelle Flawless Pressed Powder. I'm going to use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer and the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so I'm finished with powder, so I'm going to move on to my eyes. So again, the same as last. I'm going to use Rimmel's 18 Hit Wonders palette. I'm going to use the electric shade on my lids, and then I'm going to use the Pave shade over the tops. So I'll go ahead and do my eyes, and I will show you how they look when I come back. Alright, so I finished with my eyes, and you can see I actually decided to add one more color. Use the Vibrant, using this round tipped brush to go just over the crease of my lids. So now I'm going to move on to my cheeks, and once again I'm going to use this regular pink blush stick, and then after that I will do my setting spray. I'll be right back. So cheeks are done, so we'll move on to the next step. I'm going to set my makeup. So from the last video I used a setting spray I was almost out of. So, and I got this new one here. It's the Flower FixMist Fixer Spray. It's supposed to last 24 hours, your makeup. I don't know why anybody would want to wear their makeup for 24 hours, but this will probably do it. I've never done it before, but the thing about this, you can get this on Joom as well. That's where I got this for $10. And the thing about this is you can't pump it too hard because it has a really hard spray. So I'll show you here right now how I try to do it. So like the last time, we'll do the T and the X. So we'll do it like this. Just try and get in areas where you didn't get. Just let that dry a bit. And then like last time, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Clean Professional setting powder with this fan brush. And then after that, I'm going to use Maybelline's Crimson Red lipstick. I'll finish all that up and we'll come back and I'll show you how it all looks together. Alright, so that's that. I'm already done, and I've gone ahead and accessorized as well. So I hope you liked my video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below, and if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the little bell to be notified as soon as I upload new content. Thanks for watching. Bye! And be sure to follow me on Instagram at stacy.links, where I will post fashion pictures, short videos, and the inside scoop of the comings and goings on my vlog. And be sure to come back every Friday for the premiere of a new episode. Next week will be part 1 of my hair removal series, where I will talk about shaving versus waxing. We'll see you then.